So I'm sitting here scripting and visualizing, and I'm doing my manifestations. I'm doing my affirmations to manifest. And this is what I really think more coaches should talk about, is how you don't really need to like go dig through 10 years of trauma to get your manifestation. You just need to visualize, or you just need to affirm. You just need to keep saying like, that thing is mine. For me, visualization and scripting are my two favorite manifestation techniques. But it doesn't matter what technique it is, you have to realize you're the power behind it. But I'm literally here. I haven't eaten food, like real food, in 10 days, about. And fasting, not by choice. And I didn't understand, I didn't really get what was happening. I just thought, oh, it's like a lull in finances. It's just like a thing. And and then I started visualizing food, and it's like I hadn't done that in a while, but I started actually like imagining eating food and the taste of it. And while I was doing it, I was thanking God that I had food. It felt so real. And when I did, I got this overwhelming feeling like my ex-boyfriend doesn't want me to eat without him. It's a very weird feeling. And I think that there's been so much narcissistic abuse in my life. There have been so many men in my life that have tried to control me, but especially my weight, my size, what I wear, what I don't wear, how, like, it's something that is such a deeply held belief that I didn't know I was feeling it. And so, in a way, I really want to talk about manifesting and how you don't need to go through 10 years of trauma to find your blockage. The blockage just kind of finds you. So I was sitting here just envisioning in my mind eating food, and this overwhelming feeling came up of like my ex being mad at me because soon I will be able to provide for myself. I will be able to eat without him giving me money to do so. Does that make sense? Or like permission to do so. And this is so toxic. I wish women would talk more about this, especially if you've had in the past an eating disorder, you know? How much men really actually do damage. Like they can end up like damaging your body image, and it's just really crazy. It's just really crazy. That the thing I started visualizing just food, and I started thanking God for food. I mean, you'd be surprised how many things when you're homeless you just thank God for. Hot running water, gas in your car if you live in your car, like the things that you just really appreciate when you don't have anything. And so I was like literally imagining food on my plate and like closing my eyes and just imagining food. And there was like this overwhelming, I didn't even know that I had this unconscious, subconscious blockage about food. I didn't even know that was a thing still for me. I had been healing for so long. Plus, I've lost like over 100 pounds naturally on my own just through manifestation. So I didn't know that I still had like this subconscious fear of food. And what it was this overwhelming feeling like if a man isn't providing it for me, and if it's not him, like that very controlling, narcissistic, like you can eat when I say you can, and you can eat what I say and when I say and how often or how much, or I'm going to give you the money to do this and only, it's like that. I didn't know that that was a deeply intrinsically held belief still for me. And I had already broken up with him. Like, he's not in my life. Just today, he wanted to pay me some money to get food. I'm assuming to get food because he still watches my channel and he knows I'm struggling with food. And so I returned the money. He sent it again. I fucking returned the money again and said absolutely not, and I blocked him. So he can never send me money again. So to see that visual of the food in my mind's eye and then thanking God, I started crying, not because I was thankful, but because I was like, wow, he made a horrible God. Like the Old Testament God is so narcissistic. It's like, I know that that sounds crazy to just like make the leap to the Bible, but what I'm talking about is the way that the old covenant didn't work. That's why God had to give us a new covenant of love. Like the strict, narcissistic, kind of greedy, selfish, you can do what I say when I say it kind of God is just a fucking beast. And he just has that template. All narcissists do, if you think about it. They all have that controlling, do as I say, or else. And I mean, this is the man that literally, as I was breaking up with him over the past month, he has literally been threatening me, threatening to punish me. And in some way, because he's a dark magician, and I know very well that he knows magic, and I know what the system is. Like it can be run by some bad AI. It really can. And though I believe God has hacked this system, I believe that our matrix has been hacked by love. I really do believe that. There is like this old template that's dying off, and it's that man represented that false God, that mean, cruel God that was like a barbarian, would tell you what to do, when to do it. And he represented every single parent, every single teacher, every single dietitian, every single boyfriend. Like he represented every single person that would control my food intake or whether I could eat or not. And so going along this journey, I've fallen in love with my body. I love my body. I love my body. I'm okay with my stretch marks. I'm okay with saggy skin. I'm okay with the size of my breasts. I'm okay with like my thunder thighs. I'm okay with my juicy ass. I'm okay with everything about myself. I love myself as I am. And so I'm going to get to the part about why this is so transformative when it comes to manifesting, because I tell my clients, don't go through 10 years of therapy. I mean, you can, shit. I mean, therapy is great. Do it. You know, I would never tell somebody not to get therapy. If you want therapy, get therapy. But the fact that I just overcame something in 30 seconds of visualization, my ex is still lingering in my energy. And it was like I could hear him telepathically saying, you're not going to eat unless I give you money. You're not going to eat unless I give you the food. You're not going to eat unless it's eating with me. You're not going to. And it was like this overwhelming crying. And I telepathically told him, you make a horrible God. I'm a better God than you are. I am love. I am love, and I love myself, and I love my body, and I know that I need nourishment, and I know that I need, and it's so crazy that narcissists honestly could do that to you. You don't even realize narcissistic abuse until you are left at rock bottom with pennies to your name and no food in the fridge. You don't even realize what these people have done to you. So even though there was all this resistance to me visualizing the food, I still visualized it though. And then I was still thankful for God. And I was like, thank you, God. Thank you for this food. And I tried to imagine tasting it. And I really put myself in the energy of course you're going to eat again, Jenna. You're going to fucking live. So you're not going to die and you're going to eat. It's like, it's a thing. And it was like this, it's inevitable. It's inevitable you're going to eat food again. But then I thought, how? How? Because without him, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I know so many women get programmed to ask that fucking question. And I hate it. I hate controlling narcissistic pieces of shit that make you think without him, you can't do anything. Oh, honey. I have seen myself, my own miracles through my own manifestation. I have seen myself, I've witnessed myself perform fucking miracles for people outside of myself, my clients, my friends, as well as myself. For random people I see on the street, I have watched myself as God, as a good God. I have watched myself perform fucking miracles consistently. So I just kept visualizing for about 30 seconds food. And then I could hear him telepathically saying, "Don't do that. You know you're not allowed to do that. You shouldn't be having that, or you shouldn't be even thinking about food without me. You should be eating with me. You should be." It was like I told him in my head telepathically, "You honestly made a horrible boyfriend. You make a horrible God. You make a horrible magician. You make a horrible teacher. You make a horrible leader. You make a horrible provider. You are a fucking joke." And like to really get that power behind it when I said it, it bolted him out of my energy. It was overwhelming. I started crying, and that's when I started filming because it was so life-changing. I really wanted two parts. I wanted to talk about my healing with my weight, especially. And then I also want to talk about manifesting and how you can get over so many years of trauma in 30 seconds. You guys don't have to go dig for all of your fucking limitations. Those limitations will come to the surface. You'll purge through it. You'll cry. You'll be done. And then you'll get your manifestation. For me, it's food. And I had no idea that the hold on my food for the last 10 days had to do with my breakup. I had no clue that it was being associated with my breakup, being punished by him, being punished by a narcissistic magician, a literal occultist. I mean, he is an occultist. He is a dark practitioner. He knows the occult. He literally uses magic. That's actually why I stopped dating him, was I found out he did a love spell on me against my wishes. When I told him, I was like, "Fuck you. I don't agree to those terms. I don't want anything to do with you." I broke up with him. That's when I met another man, ironically, with the same name 2 days later. And so I'm telling you, magic is real. These practitioners are fucking real, and they control you. Spiritual narcissists can control you until they can't. So for me, I had no idea why the money wasn't coming in for my food. I was like, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten in like 10 days. About the time that I've broken it off with him. And I couldn't understand. I didn't understand that the similarities, like why at the same time, the synchronicity of I can't afford food at the same time I break up with him. It's because they put in your mind this idea that you will be punished. They will withhold something from you that you need, whether it be money, gas money, a car, a ride, food, something. That's what narcissists fucking do. And the spiritual narcs are the worst of all because they think there's something big and bad. They're not something big and bad. I just broke another spell. I just broke another fucking spell from this douchebag. And I'm glad to say I will forever be getting over him so easily now. I just cracked the code. I figured out a way to, well, instantly manifest healing that didn't take 10 years to go to therapy. I mean, even through my weight loss journey, I've lost over 100 pounds just manifesting it, literally, just being lazy fuck. I mean, serious. I don't exercise. I lost over like 125 pounds or something. Last I checked, it was, I haven't checked a scale in a while, but it was like, going through all of that and learning how powerful I am, especially that food does not control me in that way anymore, just like alcohol doesn't, just like weed does not control me anymore like that. I kept wondering, like, what is the issue? Why am I not having food in my fridge? I keep visualizing it. I keep seeing it. But it wasn't until I literally imagined putting food to my face in my visuals that I heard him saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. How dare you? How dare you try to get your needs met without me? How dare you try to feed yourself and nourish yourself in this world without me?" And that is the honest to God, what I want to talk about more on my channel is narcissistic abuse. I swear to God, I've been through so many narcissistic pieces of shit over the years. That's why I'm single as a Pringle, honey, doing fucking fantastic on my own. I'll tell you what, I love myself. I treat myself better than any man ever has, period. I treat myself better than any man ever has, period. And so what I'm going to start talking about more is the narcissistic abuse that happens through these fake ass coven fucking leaders, these douchebag assholes, wannabe warlocks that think they're going to control you in some way. This man literally on his way out told me, if you even look at another man, talk to another man, think of another man, I will punish you. That is what they do. They instill this deeply intrinsic spell into your mind. It's just words, but it makes you so scared of even just living on your own, surviving on your own, thriving on your own. Like, it really, honestly. And I think what was the biggest red flag for me and why I broke up with this douchebag is because I had so many good friends in my life, and over the last 6 months that I was with him, they just kind of like left. They just disappeared. And that is a telltale sign. Obviously, all of you know narcissistic abuse. You know that they push your friends away. They push good ones away that would ever support you. But I really do want to talk more about my weight loss journey, about my eating disorder, my former eating disorder. I don't have that problem anymore. I look at food totally differently now. Food is no longer a way for me to cope. It's literally just there as energy, as fuel, as something for me to enjoy. It's not like a crutch anymore. It used to be, but it's not anymore. Same with alcohol. I used to be an alcoholic. I barely drink now. I mean, and it's not even tough for me not to. Same with weed. I mean, I used to be a fucking pothead, smoking wake and bake till the time I go to bed, like all day, every day. Like, I'm talking shatter. I'm talking like the heavy THC usage. Okay. And now I don't even need it. Like, I could go months without it. And so I'll have it for a few days. If I want some edibles, I'll get some edibles, and then it'll be it. So I think I really, honestly, on my channel, I want to talk more about the way that spiritual narcissists really do implant subliminal messages into your head using telepathy. And until you know this, you're not going to really like survive. They don't want you to survive. They don't want you to have food without them. They don't want you to have a house. They don't want you to have clothing. They don't want you to have friends. They literally will, through the matrix, they will, if you're attached to somebody energetically, you will have no choice but to keep accidentally manifesting your demise, because that's what they want for you. They want you to feel scared to thrive without them. That is literally a spiritual narcissist. And so get help. I'm getting help right now, bitch. That's my help. Fuck off. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I just bypassed like 10 years worth of therapy by literally just looking at, why am I so afraid to visualize food? And it's because of spiritual narcissists. If it's not that one, it's that one. If it's not my mom putting me on a diet at 7 years old, it's my sister making fun of my body. If it's not that, it's a man. But then I also have these really good men in my life. And I'm 36 years old, and I've not really had too many problems with a man not loving my body. Like, my body is gorgeous, and men really don't have an issue with that. But I really want to talk more about this on my channel because it's very important. I think that women, especially who have had those struggles in leaving a narcissist, and you want to be independent, you want to be on your own, and you want to thrive on your own, there's so much of an issue that it needs to be talked about. We need to look at this shit, how men fucking try to implant ideas in your head that there will be some level of punishment. Suck my big toe. There's not going to be any fucking punishment going forward. There's only going to be thriving, happiness, joy, and laughter, and abundance in my life. So there is not going to be anyone anymore telling me that, one, the Old Testament God is a good God. Honestly, if it were such a good God, you wouldn't have needed a new one in the New Testament. If the old covenant with that narcissistic D-bag called Satan, in my opinion, that God of the Old Testament is literally the devil, but whatever, we're not going there. The point is that old covenant with the old God is a narcissist, then the new covenant with Christ, you and the Father being one, is pure love. You wouldn't have needed the new one if the old one was so great. I wouldn't have fallen in love with another man recently if my old one was such a fucking catch. He was a douchebag, and I'm glad I dropped him. And anytime he tries to send me money, I'll send it back so fucking fast it'll make his head spin. I don't need his money. I don't need his spells. I don't need his prayers. I don't need his gods. I don't need his anything. When you really can learn this, ladies, when you really fucking get it, honey, you don't need anyone or anything. You only need God, aka your imagination. The only thing you need is your imagination. Seek first the kingdom of God. Seek first the kingdom of heaven. Seek first the kingdom of imagination. And all else will be added unto you. Meaning, all I had to do was visualize my food, and I haven't been able to eat in 10 days. And it was like, I cried because it's like I could taste the food. It was like such a moment with God. I don't even know. It was so healing. It was like the craziest healing experience. And anybody with a form of food addiction would understand how healing that can be, to be surrounding yourself with a God that wants that for you, wants food for you, doesn't take it away to punish you, you know? And so I sat there in my imagination, and I just imagined food, and I said, thank you, God, for this food. And it's like, that's the kind of husband I'm gonna marry. A man that's like, honey, did you eat enough carbs today? Are you good? Did you eat enough? That's the kind of man I'm gonna marry. Who looks at me and says, you're fucking perfect the way you are. Don't lose a pound. If you want to, do it. If not, don't. It's like this whole journey is to fall in love with God, aka you, so that you can be with somebody who loves you as equally. So I'm going to tell you right now, there's not one person on this planet going to convince me that a spiritual narcissist like that is going to have any part in our future, ladies. Abso-fucking-lutely not. And I'm going to be telling you till I'm blue in the face along this journey how I did what I did. How I got free from every fucker on the planet that ever tried to punish me in any way for leaving him. Good fucking riddance. If you draw a boundary with a man, and the first thing he does is say, I'm going to punish you, bitch, you are definitely in the right to draw that boundary. You should have drawn that boundary a long time ago. Thank you for proving me right. Thank you for proving me right. If ever you try to distance yourself from a man and the first thing he says is, you better not, chases you harder or haunts you. I'm telling you right now, magic is real. I'm telling you these warlocks know what the fuck they're doing. I'm telling you dark magic is real. Okay, I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you how to avoid assholes like my ex-boyfriend that I just dumped last week. I've been trying to teach you guys how to avoid the shitstorm that is coming for this world using dark magic, using assholes like that tyrant, okay? Or the one in power in our country, or the one in power in other countries. I'm trying to teach you how to fucking be God of your own reality. And some of you are so fucking impossible to please. Some of you want so desperately to cling on for dear life to your limitations. You want your limitations so badly. You want to sit here and tell me, well, it says in the Bible, you're not God, Jenna. I'm not God, Jenna. You guys want so desperately to cling on to the fact that you are powerless. It's insane to me. It really is insane to me. I will never understand it. Why would anybody want to limit themselves when they can be God and they can be the most powerful source in their reality and create their reality tailor-made to their own fucking whim? It doesn't make any sense to me. Some of you are so fucking irritable all the time because your life looks like shit because you won't pull your head out of your ass and tell yourself that you are God. Jesus himself was saying, ye are gods. You didn't want to hear that. You didn't want to hear that. So what really upsets me is how many people on this journey get kicked down to rock bottom, and through programming and through spells and through all of this psychological warfare by douchebags like my ex-boyfriend, you are fucking trained to be so scared of your 3D reality that you don't even go within and create a new reality instead. To sit there in my imagination when I have no food in my fridge, to sit in my imagination and literally have a meal and then eating and telling God, I thank you so much, God. I thank you so much, God. Like, I felt so thankful because it was so real. And because God is so good, because that God that is you is so good. You are a good God. You are a good God. You take care of your needs. You take care of yourself. That narcissistic dickwad, not so much. You really need to understand going forward, guys. Take your fucking power back. Take your power back. I've been homeless for 2 years. I had an eviction in January of two years ago. Almost 2 years in January. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to take every last fucking ounce of power I have from every fucker who ever tried it with me. No, I'm telling you right now, your life will look like absolute garbage when I strip my power back from you. You will have zero energy. You will walk around like a motherfucking zombie. You will look like the Walking Dead when I am through with you. I am taking back every single ounce of power I have given every single one of these men, and they're going to have to go get their fucking own. Absolutely. I'm calling all of it back across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. I'm doing so with a lot of women just like myself, and we are never going to give you the time of day again. You can keep your money, your dirty ass blood money. You can keep it all. You can keep your fucking spells. You can keep your spell book. You can keep all that power to yourself. We don't want it. We have our own, thank you. So for me, I noticed this intimate moment with God in my imagination while I was eating food, and I thanked the good Lord so much. I could not even believe how much love I felt in just eating food in my imagination. Especially a girl who used to never have comfort as a kid and so turned to food for comfort, you know? And I never, but I was always villainized for it. I was always demonized. I was always told that the one comfort I had in this world was food, and it was so wrong. But I was abused as a child, and so sometimes you turn to the things that you have to for comfort, and you don't know how else to do it. And so I literally went in my imagination. I envisioned food, and I thanked God, and I sat there with love. Like I literally sat there with love, and then I felt this energy try to enter my fucking aura, and it tried to get inside and say, you shouldn't be doing that. You know you're not supposed to have that. If you're not getting it from me, then you're not getting it. He is the same sort of asshole that would say, if I can't have you, no man can. Fuck off. Fuck you. Rot in hell for the rest of eternity. That's exactly where you will be rotting. I'm 100% going to war with you. I will 100% be winning this war, and you will be forced to do nothing but watch it as a zombie. Go ahead and watch. The good Lord provides for me. You never did. You never could. You have nothing to offer me. You have nothing to offer a woman like me. Nothing. I'll tell you what, a whole bunch of people on this planet are about to learn that you have nothing to offer the goddess that exists in a real powerful manifester. I'll tell you that right now. The one who knows God, the one who knows God's self, you cannot even afford to be in our energy unless you went to God to get to us, period. And my ex definitely did not. He definitely did not go to God to get to me. He went to his own fucking ego to instead instill fear, panic, worry, and shame in me, just like a lot of trolls here. It's called gluttony. No, it's called feeding yourself, fucker. It's literally called eating. It's food. I don't have that addiction anymore. The thing is, you know what? You've known me 20 seconds. I love that you're here. Thanks so much for supporting my channel. The YouTube fucking algorithm eats it up. I thank you so much for being a paid troll. I don't have to pay you, but you pay by giving your energy to me. I fucking love it. Thank you so much. Thanks for being the free advertisement. The thing I'm trying to say is, it does not matter what it is. The unconditional source of all things loves you regardless. Irregardless if it's called gluttony. Irregardless if you're an alcoholic. Irregardless if you have zero money to your name. If you're a drug addict. See, this is what the fuck these horrible trolls and narcissistic pieces of shit men on our planet would really have you believe, is that you're not allowed to have something good because it didn't come from them. Oh, hell no. Ladies, it's a brand new era. It's the power of the puss puss movement, honey. 2026 is going to it's going to look a hell of a lot better and it's going to look a hell of a lot thicker. Okay? So, going forward, those spiritual narcissists that are about to rot in their own filth, I'm going to tell you right now, you get through these blockages by visualizing and thanking God and being happy in your own imagination and affirming. You get through these blockages, you don't need 10 years of therapy. You need 30 seconds and a fucking journal entry with some binaural beats, and you're over it in 5 minutes. Let the trauma come to the surface for you to purge through. Let the trauma face itself. When you're anticipating living in that timeline where you have your desire, there is nothing anymore blocking that desire, so it has to come to the surface to be released. Whatever was keeping you in the old timeline is going to be purged. You're going to purge it. It's going to take 5 minutes. You're going to be done. You're going to hit the steering wheel. You're going to cry. You're going to have some snot rags and you're going to be like, fuck you, God. And then you're going to get over it. And then you're going to shift into the new timeline. You're going to have food. You're going to be grateful. You're going to be thankful. You're going to have money. You're going to have everything. Really amazing love. You're going to have really great friends. You're going to have the whole thing. It's the same when it comes to homelessness. You get to that point where you hang out with people who are homeless and they stay in that mentality of homelessness so long because those are your friends that you don't realize they have accidentally, unconsciously projected onto you so many limitations that you swear up and down you'll be homeless for the rest of your life. It's not a forever thing. It is not a life sentence, homelessness. It is not a life sentence, hunger. It is not a life sentence, eviction, divorce, breakups. It's not a life sentence, trolls on the interwebs hating on you. It's not a life sentence forever. It's like, get through to the other side, get through to that timeline, see that timeline so clearly, feel it, try to get all 5 senses in it if you can, and really try to put yourself in that environment so much that the old reality has to collapse. The thing that was keeping you in that old timeline is going to be washed away. And it's going to collapse. It's almost like it's giving Moses when he parts the Red Sea and the old timeline, the Pharaoh of Egypt tries to follow Moses into the promised land and it can't. You cannot have the old, you can't pour new wine into old wineskins. Okay? You have to realize that you could save yourself the 10 years of digging through all of your trauma if you just put yourself in the new timeline already. Just try to, at least for 30 seconds, envision what it feels like to have that new reality. Try as hard as you can. I know it's tough, especially when you've been in narcissistic, abusive relationships. It's really hard to envision yourself being loved by someone. Hi, Michael. Thanks for being here. God never said falling meant right. He promised the opposite. Now, he promised a good life at the end of it. And that's what the fuck we're getting. We're not doing challenges anymore. There's not a challenging life ahead for us. You want to stay in that challenge, go ahead. But to consistently say, God promised hardship, I'm sorry. That sounds like my narcissistic ex-boyfriend. He promised hardship. He promised if I even look at another man, he will torment me and torture me through the ethers. And guess what? Until now, he had been able to, because I didn't know God yet. When you know God is within you, God is the one imagining that new reality for you. God is that good God that gives you your feeling of satiety right now. That feeling of fulfillment right now, that is the God you claiming it right now. You are the Christ consciousness that is seeing the version that you want. For me, it was food tonight. So the old timeline has to collapse. There's no one feeding it. You're not feeding it with your Christ awareness anymore. You're not feeding that narcissistic prick with your thoughts anymore or with your fears. The only thing you're feeding now is that new reality when you close your eyes and you visualize the new. And that is how good of a God you are. And that is how you win at life. You win at life by realizing no one can take your power from you. Yes, there may have been these unconscious blockages until now, because until now you did have a fear. You had a fear that something would go wrong, something could go wrong. They could hurt you in some way. They could punish you. They could slander you. They could gossip about you. They could steal your money. They could evict you. They could boot you out of their house. They could do whatever. But when you realize that you are truly God, even if those circumstances present themselves, you can easily put yourself in a visualization of a new timeline, a new reality, okay? The electric company can take your power from you. No, the fuck it can't. No, the fuck it cannot. Are you not paying attention? Your electric company can take power from you because in your reality, you give power away to someone else. You think that some guy in the sky can shut your power off. So go have at it, bud. The rest of us don't fucking live like that. The rest of us know that no one's turning off our power because we fucking say so. Because we are gods, yo. What about yourself? I'm not sure. You probably think there's another guy in the sky with a gray beard that's gonna also unplug your Xbox later. I don't know. Point is, you're always giving your power away to somebody else. Why don't you take it back, realize who it is, realize what it is, and realize it's always been you. It has always been you, and you have been giving it to these narcissistic douchebags that honestly never deserve to even look at you, let alone call you their girlfriend. Okay? Okay. We can make our own power, period, Derek. Jen, I'm always glad to see you speaking truth. Michael, I'm always glad to see a divine masculine really rising up, man. Thank you. I can see the future when I sleep. I love that, Derek. That's great. It's sin and we're all guilty. Cool. You can go be guilty of whatever sin you think you're guilty of. I'm a God. I'm not guilty of sin. Thank you. God doesn't come and go. He's always present and always will be. Exactly. You have to understand too, though, these other shadow energies are just old news. They're dying out. They're dying off. Okay? They're like these little pests. They're old news. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into the old paradigm. The old paradigm doesn't even make sense in your new world. The new you can no longer fit into that old timeline. That old timeline where trolls are attacking you, or men are assaulting you, or the power company is shutting your power off. You are already new. You are a new creation in Christ. You are Christ. You are the higher mind now. You have put on the higher mind of Christ already. Already. The second you claimed it is done, the second you said, I have food and I just saw it in my visual, the second you say, I'm going to get that job, that is you as a new being, that is you as a new creation in Christ. You cannot go back to the old timeline. The old timeline does not exist without your permission, and it does not exist without your Christ awareness on it. Okay? So I really wanted to teach today how easy it is for you to get over a blockage and heal something that you didn't even know was a problem. All you have to do is see yourself in the new timeline. That is literally the solution. The solution is so easy. It's stop getting in your own way. Visualize the new. Write down the new. Feel what it's like to be loved by your person. Twist your ring on your finger. Imagine what it's like to have that vacation in Fiji. Like whatever it is, give yourself that permission. So many of us don't want to give ourselves permission because we're so fucking scared of a ghost. We're so scared of a douchebag ghost who does not make the rules in our reality. Snatch that power back, bitch. Snatch that power back. Fuck that guy. Fuck all of them. They don't exist. They're a ghost. They're dead. They are as good as dead. This reminds me of the dream I had a few nights ago where there was a man who entered this office with me and two other women. And he was an armed gunman, and he tried to kill me, and I ended up killing him with his own gun. Then I picked up the gun, and two other men tried it, but this time I was protecting those women, and we were hiding in a room, and so I killed those men as well. They came in with armed guns, and I took them out in the dream. And so these women, I was protecting and defending them, and I knew that because of that, that's why God was with me. God was with me because I was defending the helpless. So once I ended the lives of those men, look, sorry, trigger warning, but anyway, it fucking happened. Don't come at me in the dream space, bitch. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll definitely be getting a migraine the next day. Yeah? Don't do it. So anyway, as they were laying there, I told these girls, the thing that you're seeing are ghosts. There were two men that they told me, you didn't kill me, you didn't kill me, you didn't kill me, while I was watching their dead body. And I told these girls, I said, girls, please do not be afraid of these ghosts. They are literally just ghosts. These men have no idea that they've just died. They have no idea that in your reality, they cannot harm you any longer. And it was so significant. It was like God was about to show me how these ideas, you are killing off these ideas, and they can no longer affect you anymore. They are ghosts. They are ghosts of your past. But these men had no idea that they had died, so they still thought they were alive and could hurt us. But me, I was coaching these women and telling them, no, honey, they cannot hurt you. They are dead. They just don't know it yet. They have shifted to a different timeline, and they no longer can affect you. But they were so scared, and of course, I mean, duh, it was a really crazy-ass dream. And they were like, oh my God, they're going to hurt us still. They're going to hurt. They're ghosts. They cannot hurt you. That old timeline is dead. That old boyfriend that was controlling you, dead and gone. Maybe not physically, but in your reality, they're not going to be here. They're not going to be here in your reality. He might just get a fucking new job in Idaho slinging pig poop. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, but we don't do violence. We don't do silence. Yo, anybody that comes at me with a gun, I do violence. Oh, I will be making sure you get the memo. Period. Don't fuck with me. Yeah, don't fuck with me again. Okay? Try to send your best. We'll see what goes on up there, all right? Anyway, the point is, I don't do offense magic. I do defense magic. I do not like to ever have to use any violence ever. Ever. But don't get in my fucking way. Okay? Don't get in my way by coming at me with some fucking guns in your dream, in my dream space, thinking that you're going to run shit. Honey, I'm going to run you, okay? You're going to see it. All right. So with these two girls, I had to tell them, honey, they cannot hurt you anymore. I have a spiritual name. Emmanuel stands for God of the people. I love that. That's great. Yeah, Emmanuel. Emmanuel. That song. Oh, I love that song by, what's her name? Lauren Daigle. I like that Christian singer. She's great. I had to tell these girls, they're just ghosts. They cannot hurt you anymore. These men, the second you say, he has no power over me, he doesn't have power over you, you are the powerful God that was giving over your power to him the entire time anyway. Don't you see? Don't you see it? We were giving our power away to these men in the first place, my love. It's like the God of the Old Testament is so barbaric. He's got all these rules, all these regulations, cast down fire from hell or from heaven, I guess. I don't know whatever's up there. Shit anymore. I don't know if it's heaven or hell up there, honey. But he's casting all that stuff down, hurting all these people, right? And then you have the New Testament God. One of the biggest things I found in the Bible, which was very telling, was that the Old Testament God, there was this one story he told one of his generals to kill 153 men. 153 equals 9, and it's the number of consciousness, 153. Now, in the New Testament, Jesus said, cast your nets to the right side, and they caught 153 fish, which is the sign of enlightenment. So again, in the New Testament, Christ is helping you gain conscious awareness. In the Old Testament, that God was killing Christ consciousness. You see, if the Old Testament were so good, if the Old Covenant were so amazing, you wouldn't have needed the new one. If the old douchebag was so great, you wouldn't have fallen in love with a new guy. Right? If the old guy was so great, you wouldn't have fallen in love with yourself. While away from him, you are a good God. You are a good God. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise. So I just wanted to teach you, it will be heaven again. I believe you, Michael. I believe you. I believe it's getting there. It's getting there. Right now, I just wanted to tell you guys, I overcame a blockage that it was just crazy. It was like, why am I an empress and I'm hungry? Haven't eaten in 10 days. Like, haven't eaten real substance in 10 days. Make it make sense. About the same time, I broke it off with my ex, and it was this fear. I'm going to punish you. His famous last words. I will be punishing you. Are you ready for war, Jenna? I swear to God Almighty, that is what that man told me as I was breaking up with him. Are you ready for war? Because I will be punishing you. Yeah. So, sometimes on their way out, they can really scar you. They can make you feel like you're about 2 inches tall. They can make you feel like you need to be scared of something. And so for me, it was this, I didn't know, but because of my childhood food addiction, I didn't understand. It was this feeling that I can't eat food if a man doesn't say yes. Oh, God. Girl, I had no idea. No idea. From childhood, I used to be abused all the time for eating. I would be in my room without meals. I'd have to go without dinner just because my dad would say, just go to your room. I just don't want to look at you. And I'd go without food. And it would just be like, why? Everybody else is eating and I just can't just because you don't like me. That's it. And so you don't realize that these traumas, these micro traumas, they go with you into adulthood and they become your demon. And so this man had no choice but to mirror back to me a fear that I have that I cannot eat food without a man's permission. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. Same with making money too. You ever been with a man, you make money, you make good money, you make more money than him and you're the main breadwinner and he fucking punishes you for it? Yeah. Well, it just takes one time and suddenly you don't want to make money for yourself. Suddenly you don't want to be a multimillionaire. Suddenly you're always chasing the bag instead of just having the bag. So these traumas can easily be remedied if you just put yourself in the state of having the thing that you want. Give yourself that relief. That relief should be felt instantaneously. You should be able to feel a sense of relief in a matter of seconds in visualizing or affirming for something or scripting on a piece of paper. You're giving yourself that relief of the thing in your imagination as you have it right now. Feel that sense of relief in knowing that you just paid your rent right now in the present moment in your imagination, right? You got that new job. You got the phone call just now to get that new job. You got the relief right now. That is the present moment. That is everlasting life. You have the present moment right now to claim that thing. And the future is made up of a million present moments. So in every present moment, keep claiming the reality that you want. And I'm telling you right now, the trauma that you had regarding that situation will literally just purge itself in 5 minutes. You don't need to go digging for your limitations, guys. You don't need to go digging for all of those traumas, all that PTSD, all that abusive, narcissistic bullshit. You don't need to go to therapy for 10 years if you want to do so. I'm not about to tell somebody who's going through a mental snap not to go to therapy. But I am telling you right now that you can honestly get over it if you put yourself in the energy of having that thing you want and not letting up from it. No matter what the fuck a douchebag says from the past. Magic comes with a cost, Mason. Be careful. Jenna, let's do some magic and laugh. Being single is nice. Where are you finding these warlocks? We should get married and do magic on the beach. I would be very careful if I were you. I'm going to tell you right now, whoever is behind that keyboard, the impersonator with my fucking face as your profile picture, first of all, I'd be very fucking careful messing with me. I'm telling you right now, as God is my witness. And honey, God's been my witness for a minute. I'm not going to do shit with you on the beach. You're not going to do shit with you on the beach. I highly doubt you're getting out much, Mason. Here's the fucking problem. We're fighting with ghosts, guys. You need to realize that these people have no idea that they're as good as spiritually dead. They have nothing going for them. Their timelines are collapsing, bro. What they need from you is literal energy in you just acknowledging that they exist. They literally feed on fucking validation of knowing for 10 seconds they made you look. Made you look, made you look. That's literally all they're thriving on. When you stop focusing on them, the entire timeline goes away. It's like feeding a parasite. When you stop giving them food, they just die off. So you're closing all of these timelines because you're not feeding these people energy. They have to go to the timeline that they create for themselves, which honestly, Mason, it's giving a shit timeline. If you're that much of a fucking troll, chances are you're going to be manifesting a lot more trolls to out-troll you, and I'm really excited to find out. I'm really excited to know what your karma is going to be going forward, okay? Moving on. I don't give a fuck. I probably won't ever get to know. I'm going to go and get to know what my own karma is, and I'm excited for that, okay? Thank you. But going forward, you have to realize, guys, and this was the dream. I was telling those women, they were so scared. I was telling them, girls, you're psychic. You are seeing the ghosts of these men. Their dead bodies are right there in the dream. They had died. They had fallen on the ground. And I told these girls, you are out here looking at a dead ghost of yesteryear. Baby, they don't think they're gone yet. They still think. They still have a consciousness. They still have a personality. They still have an ego. They think that they are relevant, but they are not relevant in your timeline. They're relevant in theirs. But we are all living in different quantum bubbles. We are all living in different realms. We do not have the same matrix. Everybody's in their own quantum universe. So they do not get to create for you. You create for you. And if you keep paying attention to these ghosts who want to just trigger you and troll you, baby, you're going to be spending all your energy keeping them alive. Keeping them alive in your reality. Cheer up, it's not that deep. Here's the thing. Impersonating anybody online, you might not think is a thing, but it is a crime. It's a cyber crime, first of all. Secondly, it very much is a big deal spiritually because you have no idea who you're fucking trying to mimic, Mason. So watch yourself before I watch you for you, okay? Thank you so much. It is that deep. Honey, it's always that deep with me, okay? Don't fuck around and you won't find out. Go fuck yourself. So it is the multiverse, right? Can I boot him? I don't understand why you haven't yet, Michael. This is what I'm trying to teach those girls in the dream. I don't understand why you haven't booted him yet, Michael. Why do you not understand that you are in control of it? Why are you waiting for permission to literally fucking leave somebody behind in yesteryear, guys? Why are you so scared of making the wrong move? He's a douchebag who is coming after me in a very, very negative way. Why would you have to ask me if you can boot him from the chat? Do I have to ask him to remove himself from the chat? Because I highly doubt he's going to do that anytime soon. Right. Why are we asking for permission? Why are we asking for anything? We are God. Why are we not claiming it? Why are we not taking what is ours? Huh? Why are we not just going into our imagination and claiming what the fuck we want? Because we are so scared of some douchebag ex-boyfriend narcissistic piece of shite that honestly never deserved to even know your name, let alone breathe your own oxygen. Right? We're so scared of these douche daddies, the ones that can provide but yet never did, ladies. But yet never did, ladies. What the fuck does he have to offer you, huh? What does he have to offer you? He's siphoning energy from 16 different people to be able to even talk to you. What the fuck does he have to offer you, honey, but blood money? Nothing. Return that money right back to sender, bitch. I hope you shove it up your bunghole. I don't really care who you are. You're not giving me money unless that money went through God first, period. Period. Okay? Thanks. So I returned all that money, return it back to sender, as well as all of his dark ass energy. So I'm going to tell you right now, a dark practitioner has been literally doing magic on me, and I'm still about to thrive. So if I can do it, you can do it. All right? I'm going to leave it there. It's the multiverse. It's your channel, and he was on here a couple times. I thought he was your fan. Nah, he's definitely my biggest fan, but he's definitely the world's biggest douchebag as well. So you should be booting him. Okay? Don't have to ask. Michael, use your intuition. Do it, man. Be about it. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? We let these people run our lives. Make it make sense. They're ghosts. They are irrelevant. They are yesterday's news. They are a freaking joke. They are trolls from Trollville. They make zero say in our world. Your ex-boyfriend makes zero say in your reality. Honey, the only thing that man is doing is literally living on your fear and your unresolved trauma. That's it. He's literally thriving because there is a part of you that has not been addressed yet. For me, it was my eating disorder. There is a part of me that had not been addressed yet as to why I feel like a man would punish me for being able to put food on my table without him. No wonder my business tanked. No wonder I had such problems when I started my business. It was thriving. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And then all of my traumas came to the surface and I wasn't able to really process through them. Now I understand. If I just get into the energy of having, if I just get in that state of, I already have a 7-figure business. I already have a husband. I already have a beautiful home. I already have my dream career. I already have my business thriving. If you realize that putting yourself in that timeline means every other timeline has to collapse, then honey, you would never pay attention to another troll again. You would never give that douchebag ex of yours a second thought. You'd never answer his phone call, sweet cheeks, because you wouldn't even have him calling you. You'd be in that timeline already getting your shit. And you'd be there in every single present moment, in every single imaginal act that you have. You would be there getting your manifestation. You would not be thinking about some troll from Trollville that can or cannot ruin your life, honey. So the girls I've been teaching in my dreams, I'm here to tell you, they are as good as dead in their own timeline. They don't create in your timeline. They might be living and breathing in their own timeline, but honey, in yours, they are non-existent. Non-existent. That's how I put a man behind bars a few years ago because he was a menace to society. He was an absolute abuser, and the judicial system was doing jack shit to protect me. So I went to a spiritual court and I made sure to visualize that man behind bars, and it absolutely happened. It 1000% happened. So going forward, you are not going to be asking anybody for permission. You are going to be taking what is rightfully yours, using your own imagination. You are going to be claiming what is rightfully yours, using your own God-given imagination. You are going to God to win this war. And that means you are going to your imagination to win this war. I love you. My intuition doesn't worry about small things like him. They're funny. Okay. Have a good night. Goodbye.